Gonna get a YouTube channel up though. YouTube has a chat and I didn't get it up. So I should be simulcasting to. There we go. I gotta get that one up. Get a YouTube channel area. So that chat I can pop out. Out chat. I'll just leave it popped out, I guess. Easy enough. Shut that down. Bring it over. Could add it to the other one, but all right. Let's see what our verse of the day is. And this is the thing I don't like about YouTube is it cuts off at 200 characters. I wish there was a way to fix that up. But we got verse of the day. Romans 13:6-7. For because of this, you also pay taxes, for rulers are servants of God, devoting themselves to this very thing. Pay to all what is due to them. Tax to whom taxes due, custom to whom custom, respect to whom respect, honor to whom honor. A very interesting passage based upon things that have been happening as of late. Okay, so we are working on our map, and we have some new functionality we're bringing in today. We're going to be working on the trace component for our new jumping ability. We have the ability to jump and grab onto things and then climb up. And it is something that I know people are going to be, that's kind of interesting, as you could just walk through it. No? I think it's because it fires every second. Is that what it is? Huh. Otherwise, sometimes it jumps. Or if I'm firing too slowly. Oh, it's something we're going to mess with. So we've got it so it works pretty good on places like this. But there's some problem with it where you can inadvertently connect to the earlier. That's the one right there. Now I'm basically kind of underneath the world problem. All right. So we've got to fix that. And I think one of the things to do is I've got to work on the component itself. I'm not happy with the trace channels. Copied it from a example that was given by Brian, which his examples are amazing, just for the record. But I think we can do some improvement upon it. And we're going to start by just cleaning this up and getting it here. So we got a lot of wires hanging out here. Don't like that. And that here. I really like the design of the visual blueprints, but their actual implementation is not necessarily that great. Just seem like some things they could have done a little better. The lines, and I understand they're trying to do a lot with it, but has a couple of things that I'm like, not necessarily as easy as as concise as I would have liked it. I've done stuff too that's a little unorthodox, like I move the when I can, I move the component inside of it that I'm referring to. They should have done more with this option where you could drop down components for like targets and stuff. But not my system, so not my problem. So I just got to work with what I got. A lot easier doing this though than trying to figure out how to make scriptures on walls in Fallout. That's for sure. Okay, so we've got this working, but the trace effect is what is not. And it's so we're doing the height trace first, I think I'm going to reverse that. Disregard. We're doing the forward trace first. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to switch it to do the height trace first, and then do the forward. So I'm firing off forward trace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire off the height trace. So what that should give me is more understanding about what I'm bumping into. Let's give that a try and see what that does. So you can see here, boom, I get a height trace. I'm firing off there. Off there. So what just happened? That was very odd. You can see I got to fix my head too. A little problem with my head. I'm going to just shut that off. Time being. But we've got weird. I wonder why. That is bizarre. I have no idea why that's happening. Pushing through and somehow. That is not desirable, that's for sure. But by going on this. So you can see these, like if I jump up on them, not quite sure. When does it fire that I can jump up on them or not? That is quite the bug. So what we want is we want it to detect when we can jump on something and we can't. So my thought is based upon the object that we're intersecting. Now what's weird is that's like really tall. Wonder what the information it gets me. So we're gonna go check our height trace out and see what we got going on here. So we're getting the actor's location, getting the forward vector by about 75, and then we're adding to it 500. Not quite sure their starting location. That pushes it out. Getting the forward vector pushes it out. Hey, there you are. Hey guys. Finally, a brother in Christ on Twitch. Yippee. There we go, Tim. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. So, and Tim, by the way, this is all your fault. This is all for you, Mr. I need more character movement. So I'll show you what we got going on. Working on it right now. It's not done, but it's working on it. It's a work in progress. But that's supposed to be climbing a wall. I kind of broke it. So trying to fix it so it works better. I don't know why it's attaching me to the thing over here. Quite sure what's going on there. But I can show you how it's supposed to work just by flipping that back. Lily just sat down, holding screen. Yeah, I got the guy so his head turned. He's supposed to look at the other guy, but it's a little buggy. I'm working on it though. So what's supposed to happen is this. And then you can climb up. But I don't like how it's behaving in certain instances, so I want to change it out so it works better. Got some fun feature too, like if I do it right here. So this is everything that Tim wanted right here. Gonna keep those legs when you're climbing. So, but you can see like it's not quite matching up. I think I want to try using IK for that, but I'm not sure. And then this is for you. Everything's for Tim today. Everything's for Tim. So this is the other thing we got for Tim as well. Have the new password system, and I don't. So here you're going to be able to change the Twitch channel. So you'll be able to do your Ambassador for Christ. I'll just do that. So very ASMR keyboard there. So both of those are for you. So that's going to be able to change the channel that it monitors. So we've got to get that wired up. But first off and foremost, I got to fix how this character is working. So we're going to change this. I want to fire off the height trace first. He made a cupcake for you. That you can thank Pastor James. Pastor James made that cupcake for you. I'm going to see how I can make it into a spring. But right now, yeah, that's a problem. So, but right now, yes, Pastor James made you a cupcake. But that's all Pastor James. He did that to you. Laughing so hard, what you just did. Yeah, I wanted to make it so that we can make the cupcake into an actual bounceable. But the way that the mesh works, it has some weird limitations on it. So it won't allow me to override it for some reason. And vision. But I want to be able to override the object. So, all right, well, let's get this guy fixed up. So we are going to put this onto currently building a post. My son has had so much fun with that voxel thing. He is literally just creating all kinds of stuff and running around on it. He is thoroughly thrilled with it. And I much rather have them playing that than just iPad games. Here, basically what you can find at the top of the stair. Railing. We're going to do the height trace first. So on the height trace, go out, and then going to go up. I wonder if I just put that gets us our trace. I got this firing every, I think it's every quarter of a second or every half second. Let's see here, Pastor James. I'll look at the cupcake on my. No, Pastor James, you didn't do any. There's no cupcake changes you need to make. Your cupcake's awesome. You heard Lily is so excited. She's happy with her cupcake. So when I go into building my house in UE, it will be awesome. Just one of the many things I have in mind. After that. Okay, so the height trace barring. And there's start and end for it. Trying to learn voxel and teaching Keegan. See, that's what I think you should be doing. I think that's awesome. I'd much rather our kids be learning to play with tools rather than play with somebody else's wasting of their effort. Okay, so this is what's going to get me my hit location impact point. I don't understand what the normal is. That's a vector. So here we need to figure out. I got to be honest, this vector stuff throws me off. See here, I keep asking his opinion on everything I'm doing. It's awesome. Nice. So this gets us the ability to hang. So that it says height location. It would be really nice if I could have a better understanding of what it's actually identifying. Because it's a trace that it's shooting out. I want it to have a certain height as compared to. Hey, there's Daniel, right? No. Yeah, it was. Brain kick in. Good night. I'm getting old. Um, how you doing today, sir? Did you get your Mac up and running with your the Unreal Engine? I am curious. Brandon. That was close. Brandon's not close to Dan. Yeah, Brandon. Sorry about that, Brandon. Get it locked in there. Oh, let's see here. Head and that down. So I've got to figure out how to understand this socket stuff. So I'm checking his pelvis. It starts off with minus 50. Yeah, I got it downloaded. Just need to look into it and explore it now. Nice. Dr. Hammond. I don't know about that, mister. You know that's not something I prescribe to. Everybody's a comedian. So it's checking the hit. And I'm pulling the vector out. And the Z vector is the up and down. And then I'm checking the socket location of his pelvis. And I'm saying if it's within 50. Do you ever watch this stuff on Twitch? Do I ever watch what stuff on Twitch? So, inclusive min, inclusive max. So, yeah, I watch Unreal Engine with a dev stream on it. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it today. They had Houdini, and I didn't catch it soon enough. So I've got a minimum value there of minus 50. I wonder if that's where my rub is. So I need to have an example so I can get my brain around it. Let's toggle a breakpoint. Then let's run up to something that makes sense. How's that not toggle? See, why am I checking out there? Why am I going higher? Doesn't that alleviate right there? Because that's what my problem is. Starting too low. So the start position is plus 500. That's a get actor location. This is adding a vector. It's adding 500. So it gets my actor's location. That adds 500 to it. That gets me my start. Add another 500, right? No, that's a subtraction. Oh. Starting at top and then drawing to the bottom? Is that what it's doing? So if I drop this to 250, I should see a different draw. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, so there we go. See that? So that negates me. This is the stuff. The guy is real smart, but you gotta be thoughtful about what you're doing here. So all we got to do is get this to be the sweet spot of where we want to grab stuff by. So let's say this is, instead of 500, that seemed a little high. Let's do 250 and see what that gives us. Because all we got to do is get it to stuff that is the right height. See, that's dropping it right in front of me. That's a problem. So we'll drop that by 200. The stuff we want to be able to jump on is within a certain range of our height. So we don't want it. Yeah, see, that's too low still. So 100? 100. See here. Are you live on Twitch as well? Yes, however, not with Missionary Gamer. It's every good work because I can't simulcast with Missionary Gamer. Let's see here. I've been really busy with school this week. I may not be as chatty today because I need to do some college work. Here, though. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that, Brandon. And definitely get your schoolwork done first. So this is interesting. This makes more sense now. Starting from the top and drawing my sphere down to finding the hit. Now that makes sense to where the hit location is. I figured it just drew a sphere out, but it's not. It's this channel. So it starts from the top and it's going down. See, that's brilliant. That solves the difficulty of understanding what is it actually hitting. So see, now as I stand here, it's not going to hit anything because it's drawing a channel too shallow. So, but making a mistake. But I want it to hit here. What about drop damage? Not yet, sir. We'll get there. So there we go. That's the right height. That's what we want. So, is it enough to have... I don't think I need to check the out. Set movement mode. Flying. If it's going to move me into that automatically, is climbing. Is climbing is false. Is that going to move me into a... No. Hey, what's up, Paco? So I think I just got kicked out of the game. I think that what needs to happen is I should only be doing a height trace if I'm falling. Because the effect of the jump to grab something should be, do I have an is jumping? And it is climbing. I thought I had an is jumping in here somewhere. Climbing. Jump action. Jump. Oh, that's straight into C++. Ugh. Okay, here's my character. Did I pop my character into... Did I do a C++ character with this guy? I might have. It's not bad. Just let's see here. Yep, I did. Gig Worlds character, and I bet you my character is a Gig Worlds character, aren't you? No, you're not. You're just a character. There you go. Let's see here. Man, when this gets to the point of being precise on your jumps and what's not, it's going to be a great presentation of importance of watching you do. Every word, though, indeed, that you will be... Nice guy. Nice guy. So, we're going to a state where it's when we jump. I mean, it's a little complicated to kind of work all this out, but hello, Jesus, how's it going? Dear, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord. Why are you throwing Matthew in here, man? Dear, I was just thinking about Matthew this morning, and I am going to look like, and what it's going to look like on the day when people are pleading with God. I don't think they're going to be pleading. And I heard a great sermon from, not sermon, but a teaching from R.C. Sproul, where he talked about these people they're not pleading, they're demanding. And I'll put it in so other people understand what we're talking to. This is a passage that comes up for me a lot because I run into so many people who say they are a Christian, and then it turns out that they don't know who our yeah, I know, Angel. Angel, it is good to have you here. So, and thank you for reminding me, Angel. I appreciate that. In fact, I'll make a note about that. I thought I had, but I'll make another note just so I hopefully keep that in my brain. Let's see here, Angel. And this is Angel Dino, right? Dino Angel. And we'll put you in there as on Twitch, brother's account. Go. Now, hopefully I'll remember Angel. So, what they're doing when they say the Lord, they're not pleading they knew him, like the Lord never knew him. No, it's they're demanding. They're demanding. Many will come to me and say, Lord, Lord, and it's going to be one of these. Let us in. We were prophesying in your name. We were doing all these miracles in your name. We were casting out demons in your name. Let us in. It's not going to be a pleading. It's a demanding. It's we've earned the right to come in. And Jesus is going to say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you. So it's really quite horrifying. All right. So if we have a different thought around this with the jumping here, I think we need an is climbable flag that we're going to set. So that's my little climbing animation. So what is this? This is a mess. We got to get that. That's not my mess. That's somebody else's mess. The do once. That's not my problem. Okay. So we are going to do the height trace, and what we're going to do is if it finds something good, we are not going to go into this movement right off the bat. We want an idea around this that is different. Let's see here. I agree that would be for the KC and the Jehovah's Witness, but for the unbelievers who never knew the Lord, I think they're going to plead because they had plenty of opportunities to know him, but they did not heed the warnings of all those good. And the gospel message means good news. The bad news is we have all sinned and deserve the wrath to come. But Jesus the Messiah died for our sins, was buried, and then raised on the third day according to the scriptures. He ascended into heaven and right now is seated at the Father's right hand. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The time is fulfilled and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent and believe in the gospel. So, the way I understand it is, once this moment of judgment happens, all the people who are unbelievers will have the veil taken away, so to speak. They're not going to be pretending anymore. And so they're not going to be pleading. They're going to know they're guilty and they're going to be angry. They hate God. They hate his son, Jesus Christ, and they are going to be angry. So this Matthew verse is applying to people who are demanding to get in because they think they've earned the right, and Jesus is going to say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." Everybody else who's not even, gonna sort of fight it, so to speak, because they know they're guilty. Everybody knows they're guilty. They're angry and they hate Jesus, and they're going to be gnashing their teeth. They are going to be the people who are weeping are going to be weeping because they realize that they were given so much light and they rejected it. But I don't think that the Matthew 7 verse about them pleading to come in, I don't think that's pleading. That's demanding. That's going to be for the Jehovah's Witnesses and, like you're talking about, Roman Catholics, stuff like that. And then everybody else is just going to be angry. They're going to be angry. Okay. So we're going to check the height location, and then is climbing. Now this is interesting. Is climbing is set by me. Here, right? Yeah, I'm setting the is climbing. So let's add a option for is climbable. Is that even a word? Climb able? Is climb able? Sounds right. So if it's climbable, we are going to flag it. So that way, if you jump, and as part of the jump, I think that'll be better. Just got to figure out how that's going to work with the jump. Because you could move away pretty quick. I understand now why he did that, because it's during the jump. There's got to be a way to check it and not have it be. So the problem is he's going to be jumping up, and that means the sphere is going to be moving. I have it firing off the sphere very irregularly. I have it going every half second. I'm going to drop that down to every quarter second. So let's think about this. Let's see how it feels. So firing one right there, firing. How much of this? I jump. At this point, that's the right height. So not hitting that. Hello, how are you doing today? Oops. So, like right there is perfect. could do here. I'm struggling with a challenge on figuring out how to better tackle this wall climbing thing. So we add new things every week. Every week. So it's correctly identifying maybe the point is I'd really like it so if it was like falling down, it would catch it. But because that is climbable. So yes. No, I don't want to do full on Spider-Man. I have an example of that. I don't think we're going to do that. But what we need here what's interesting is I don't quite understand why it stopped climbing. Like this should still have fired. So is climbing, is not, and that's within the range. So I guess the problem is once I start jumping, then it rearranges it again. I was thinking more like Assassin's Creed, where if you grab on a ledge and pull yourself up. Yeah, that's what I have. That's what it's doing. Um, but I'm trying to make it better. So it does exactly what you're talking about. That's what we're doing. We're just trying to figure out how to make it better. So the problem is that before we were hitting things that were too close. So we would come up to these oops stairs right here, and it would grab the stairs, and then it would push him underneath the map. So that's what I want to try to avoid. But I'm having a struggle now, trying to figure out how to lock in the what you're going to climb before you hit it. So it's really about. I guess we'll tackle one problem at a time. We'll tackle just the problem of it's a ledge and I want to get up to it rather than the falling down to it as well. So this does a conditional check that if it's not climbing and if it's within this range, and this is what's now not happy. What we need to do is we need to put a toggle on that. And let's go and fire it right here. It hits. All right. So our current process is that. What is that? So our socket location is our pelvis. Okay, so it's still going off the pelvis. So it's saying if the distance between the pelvis and the location is within a min and a max. So this right now is 204. Minus 204. So I assume that minus 204. And I haven't jumped yet either. That's the other problem. It wants us to be. We're just gonna fix this right now. So this is a minus 204. So that's below the minimum. So let's set the minimum at minus 300 to see what happens. So minus 300. Let's stick the minus in. All right, let's see what that does. And 104. It's going to be true. This is true. So this should go straight into climbing mode. Yeah. That went straight into climbing mode, right in the wrong spot. Okay. So I reversed the mechanism too. So the forward shooting thing is not happening. So now in our event graph, I need to grab the height trace and fire that next. No, sorry, forward trace. I need to fire the forward trace. That's going to get me data I need for mapping to the right spot. See how that works. Under that breakpoint. Now what this will do is this will jump him right into automatic climbing, which is not what we want either. What just happened? That was weird. Oh, I think I had a loop. I made an infinite loop in Blueprints. Wah, 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 wah. That's funny. Which is actually pretty hard to do, but I managed to pull it off. Let's see here. So my forward trace at the end of it, I'm calling height trace. Boink. That was a mistake. All right. Which technically speaking, I could just move this all in, but we'll leave it as a separate trace right now. All right, so there we go. But I didn't jump. Just boop, right to it. So now I can climb up. And problem. Yeah. So, kind of a neat effect. Not going to deny it's kind of neat. I mean, I don't know why it won't finish climbing up, though. A minute ago. I mean, it's kind of accidental, but it's not. I don't know. You guys think I should keep that? It's a little. I mean, there's not like what's he holding on to? Seems a little janky. Let's see here, but it seems to be very Spider-Man-y and not like AC or KH. But still, no judgment from me. I can barely work Blender. If you can barely work Blender, you're doing better than I am. I can't even work Blender at all. Pastor James is working it though, and look at this. We got special for Lily. We have this beautiful, very authentic looking cupcake. So there you go. Did I see wall climbing? You did, but it wasn't my intended effect. I'm trying to go with ledge climbing, and that's how it's supposed to work. But currently there's some bugginess to it. I don't know necessarily if we ought to be doing that. I don't know. My cupcake, I wanted gleaming. Gleaming. Definitely makes climb on a wall easy. It stops it from doing the stuff where it's climbing up stuff it shouldn't climb up, like these stairs. Can I climb up on a donut? Whoa. That was very odd. Why did it bounce me all the way over there, I wonder? That's odd. So that must be the last time it saved a location. Get off the wall. Yeah. Little teleportation there. Yeah, it's saving the last time it was on the wall. So, yeah, nice try. You didn't spell it right. I hope it will do the mini-me right, but I'm not positive on that. So, I have to figure out. So I've got it. That's interesting. Why didn't it? See, that should be out of range to jump. So, I mean, it's kind of an interesting mechanic. It seems a little bad. Oh, different frosting on the donuts. I haven't been in the stream for a long time. Miss who added it. That is not me. That's all Pastor James. You'll notice that's full on sprinkles. So yeah. Very janky. Very janky. Hey Oz. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen, amen. Like the sign in, man. So yeah, this is proving out to be a challenge. So we shouldn't start climbing the wall until we jump. And what needs to happen is I need to see what the max height. Right now I'm doing like down to minus 300 and then a max of 0. So I'm trying to think of how this works. So you got a sphere. Why are we on YouTube now? Because we can be. I'm on YouTube, on Missionary Gamer, and then on Every Good Work. And I'm not affiliated with Every Good Work, so I can do that. I'm opening up the doors so I can have some breeze going through. I think we're almost to the point where I need the AC unit in. Almost there. But it's getting a little warm. Your belly? You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. Where? Say hello, Oz.
Hi.
Say hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Say hello, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
Say hello, Takuru. Say hello, Pastor James.
Hello, Pastor James.
All right. Love you, buddy. Have fun. Plus, I'm drinking hot coffee, which is obviously not helpful. But, you know. Yeah, I need some taku. There we go. So, once he's jumping, after he's jumped, I want to stop the trace. I don't want to be tracing while he's jumping. Move from YouTube. There you go. Well, Twitch is a little bit more active. The YouTube stuff, the chat just doesn't quite flow yet, but we're getting there. So I need to move the trace up from where it's at right now. So this hang trace right here, it's too low. No, that's not what I want. Height trace. Height trace. Forward trace. So this is too low where it's currently starting. Starting to get actor location, get forward vector, but it is too low. We basically need this to move up. So we can do that by using this same logic here. No, here. So this is taking the actor location. I'm going to copy all that. And drop it here. Okay, we don't need, we'll just kind of duplicate this. So actor location, we want to move the start point up by 250. So, and then same thing with the end. I'm just going to dupe that. I want to move the start point up by 250. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I need another pin. I don't think I need this pin. I'll remove that. Move it up by 250. And I don't know if the end needs, I'm assuming the end needs to be the same thing. So how are we doing that? Timesing. I think this needs to go here. That looks a little better. Every good work, praise report. My sister-in-law reached out to my wife about trying to fix everything her dad broke. Aaron, praise God. Dude, I'm so glad to hear that. See, you were patient, you were prayerful, and God blessed the reconciliation for you guys. That is fantastic news. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. That is a praise God for sure. All right, let's see how this looks. So, that is not what I wanted to have happen. So we're going to stop the, not have it jump into automatic mode. So we're going to drop the movement mode to see if we can get the line traces to work right. We probably don't want it exactly at the same height as the, so where's, oh, it's too high. Basically, I need it. That's interesting. I need it below. I need it right below where it hit the. I kind of need it. I always wondered why I had it two different things. We need it together. It doesn't need to be separated. It needs to be together. Let's see here. Praise God. Don't know the whole story, but praise God. Amen to that. That is great. God is good all the time. Amen. Amen. Thank you for being Bricks. Yeah, short story, problem with the family. So, yes.
We're out of trail mix.
You're out of trail mix? What are you going to do, dude?
I'm gonna eat the bag.
You're going to eat the bag? All right. Come here. Say hi to everybody. In the shot. There you go. You can't see.
My shirt's kind of green.
Not just kind of green, it is green. So you're completely see-through.
Can't even see the creeper. Wait, the creeper's over here.
Because the creeper's green.
Yeah, the creeper's green. Zombies.
Happy to hear about reconciliation. God bless you guys. Look at that. And by the way, Aaron is Fire Resistant Podcast, and Debster is Brandon. All right, you'll get to work. You're not a ghost. All right, so we're going to move our forward trace into here. I'm going to move the whole thing, lock, stock, and barrel, into the height trace. I'll eventually rename this to a different type of trace. So I'm going to move this out of the way, get rid of that. I'm going to bring this into here. Now, what we want to do is, want to see if we can figure out how to reuse some of this stuff. All right, so we've already got a hit coming out. That gives me the height location. So can I use the height location as the additive? That's a vector, right? Yeah, can I use that? This. The Z. Can I split that pin? I can. Oh. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. We're called. Right that. Wow, I'm happy to hear it. Yeah, I got that. Okay, and there we got. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Okay, catching up. Everything's caught up now. Save that. Try this again. I don't know where it put my line trace seems to have disappeared. Why did it disappear? Hey Peter, I was told you made chapter verse bot. Crazy Cries. Is there a way you'd be able to add it to the Twitch channel? Of course. Oh, YouTube. That's what I'm currently. I don't have it plugged into YouTube yet, so I am currently thoughtful about that. It's something I've been thinking about. There is a unknown in YouTube, but I'm assuming you can do YouTube bot. I got the Twitch thing all working, and if I can figure that out, I'm sure I can figure out the other one. But yeah, I've been thoughtful about it. Yeah, all you gotta do is send me a whisper, and whatever channel you whisper me from, I'll add it to it. But for example, if we just did it like this, if a channel's already running Chapterverse, you can do a temporary add like that. So, and then I can add it if you send me a whisper that you want it, I'll add it permanently. Send it to Missionary Gamer. Let's see. And you either have to VIP it or not have followers only chat. So let's do verse of the day. Yep, there you go. It's already there. I like that, brother. I am a Christian. Right there. First off and foremost, I love Jesus with all my heart. Amen, amen, brother. That's it. That's what it's about right there. I am a Christian. Right up, first and foremost. So yeah, permanently I add it to the source code so it will actually build in. And right now, if it gets rebooted, it will drop off your channel. But I'm still struggling with vectors. I have to be honest with you. Vectors just mess with me. So is that not working? I'll hopefully remember it. If you whisper missionary gamer, I check it's on my other system, so I gotta do it over there. All right. So the Z value came in at negative. See, that's a problem because that's it's getting the socket location. What's this location? So a negative. I made it more negative. Whoopsie. That needed to be a minus. So because oh, brain hurt. Ouch. So I'm moving it up. So because I'm moving it up, it's not an addition. Z out. Hit factor of the Z. Guess we'll do a minus. I think it was shooting it underneath the map, is why we didn't see it. I struggle with vectors. I admit it full heartedly. I struggle. Figuring because you got world vectors and then local vectors. That's why my guy's head's all screwed up. I don't have the vectors right. All right, let's try this again. No, I don't want that. Stop, stop. Now that looks like that's going to be good. Toggle that. All right, so that now. Why is it up there and not down where it hit? I think it's because it's based on the socket location. Can I just pull the just pull it directly? It's world location. What if I just pulled it directly in and made that my start? Come on. What if I just did that? I mean, boink. And then did that. See what that does. Don't hit the spring. All right. Hey, I figured something out. All right. Now it's putting it. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now all we got to do is move it down slightest bit. There we go. It doesn't need to be that far out. I don't even know why that's doing that. It need to be that. I actually want it a little bit closer to me. Maybe should that be, maybe it should be coming the other way. It's using the start point. So if I pull that back, let's get rid of this. I don't need any of that. Wink. Now the start location's that. So now we're going to subtract vector from vector. Whoopsie. That is not what I meant to do. Ah, what did I lose? Well, that's my height. I'm going to just use height. Just use that. Height location. Okay. View. View. Height location. And start. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to subtract vector from vector. And I want to move this bad boy towards me. So let's try X. That's how bad I am. I have no idea. Let's see here. We'll just do minus 100. It should be pretty easy to see if I got the right one. Yeah, there we go. The minus 100 is definitely right. Okay, so that's good. Minus 100 is too much, though. We just need like minus 50. And we want to drop it down by like 50. That's another 50. And that's a forward vector. We don't need 150. We just need 50. And that's forward. So if I'm not incorrect, this is going to make it an angle, which should be interesting. Let's see if that makes. Yeah, but it made it the wrong way. Interesting. I was right. It made it an angle, but made it the angle the other way. So, yeah. Oh, no, it full on. It really screwed it up. We're in a completely different spot. Yeah, it's not good. So, oof. Let's get rid of some of these debug statements because they're just clogging up the screen. So, dropping it down 50, pulling it towards me 50. Assuming I got to do that. Pushes it out 50. Say push it out 100. I think that's right. I'm hoping if I mess with this stuff enough, I'll like start actually understanding it more. All right, so yes, but no. That is not right at all. So it ended up moving it the wrong way. So this is not right. It's gotta be, oops. This needs to be minus. Because we're trying to move it in. And okay, this is getting worse. We were so close for a minute there. It's like it was close. And now it's completely wrong. All right. Take that off. Just moving it down again. All right, that's what I want, but I want it dropped by more. Oh, I did minus 50. I'm a goofball. I need to plus it by 50. There we go. That's step one. All right, there we go. Now she's happy. But it's going too far in. I need it closer to me. So it's got to be the Y, right? It's the height location. But I got my forward vector. Oh, yuck. That's our starting point. I think maybe I got to do the same thing. But minus, because all I did was just move the X and Y, but that height location is not relative to the, it's not a vector. This is where my brain breaks. Maybe I need the actor again. Got the height. I got his forward vector. Let me just try being dumb and just saying, okay, timesing it by 100. So it moves it forward in space 100. What if I times it by negative 100? And then do an add. This is where I'm completely guessing. I got no idea. No idea. By doing that. By doing that. I'm just reversing it. See what it does. No idea. And it worked. Sweet. All right. Obviously more than it needs to be. But that gets me my... Shush. Oh, be quiet. I mean, it's more than it needs to be, but definitely don't need 100. It's kind of going 100 in both directions. We can just do... See if I can... I guess we need 100. All right. Now, it's a little low, though. It's low. I'm going down too far. Instead of 50, we'll do 20. See what that thinks. And then we'll hook this back up. So I got to figure out how to do this better because I don't want to just jump right into the wall. But That solves our donut problem over here. There we go. I'm in the donut. Ah! We're gonna have to leave that. That's like a feature right there. Uh, this guy is so jacked. Uh, that's interesting. It won't. I don't quite understand how it did it, but it actually tilted the capsule. No idea how it did that. So I don't quite understand why jump me up to there. Yeah, basically, I think I corrected it. But if you try climbing up, yeah, there we go. That's a bug right there. Woo! Yeah, boy. Straighten yourself out. And the problem is you're really kind of in trouble because it's rotated the entire capsule around. So the only way you get out of it is by getting under that guy. What I don't understand is why it's why is it not getting the top of the donut instead? Running like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, kind of. We want it to be able to climb up on the donut. That's the struggle right there. We've got to get it where it will get up on the bottom of the donut. This looks like it's working, right? Then that's what we want to have happen. So I don't want it to do that unless we're in the air. So oh, I just gotta one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So that's looking pretty good. This is still a problem. I don't understand why it's letting me do that. Shouldn't, because that's still kind of seems like a feature. Um, do I have a movement thing that tells me it's in jumping? There's got to be a way to figure out if the character is falling or not. Let's see. Unreal Engine. How to detect if a character is jumping or falling. There we go. Check the player's V velocity. If it's lower than 0, he's moving down. Or if you need to know the actual moving down, Velocity. Velocity. I don't like that. Isn't there just a state? Because what if he's going down steps? You definitely get the best result by using Z velocity as Capsule mentioned. Now, since you want to do this for a parachute, I would recommend calculating the distance from group to character. I think even ground. Could be done by using a line trace, as it just makes sense to open a parachute at a certain height rather than just falling down. The parachute uses Z velocity, surpasses a certain threshold. So Z velocity was on the capsule, right? Hate that bug. Makes me have to shut down. Make sure I regularly save though, which is nice. But I don't appreciate it. Out of here. Let's see. Back into it. Time for some chocolate covered almonds. If they ever wanted to sponsor me, I wouldn't say no. All right. See, they got this movement mode flying, right? There's got to be a way to check movement mode. What is that on? It's on the character movement. My kids are being a little loud. So let's try movement mode. Get movement mode. Hello. So I don't want it if it's falling. Flood's a fun idea. I like that. We got rain. Somebody wanted to fill up with lava too, so yeah, I think we can do that. I don't have any animations for swimming. I'm still learning blend mode for swimming, but yeah, it's a good idea. I'm just trying to figure out. There's this Z mode or Z on the capsule. What did it say? It was Z vector or something. I wanted to follow Alan Noon's tutorial about creating a 2D slider. I used a blueprint. Wanted to write it in C++. I'm new. Tried using the character is jumping. And velocity is greater than Z. I'm now completely stumped. I've searched around. All right. What's the answer? Try using get character movement is falling. I see many suggestions to rely on is falling, but probably that's not a good option because state machine could confuse when you're falling down a hill and the player jump instead of something else fall. This seems like there's no real solution to get the player is jumping. So for this, you know the spacebar was pressed, store the variable for the solution. I don't like that. It always triggers some kind of falling state. The velocity. What is this velocity? Set physics. Get component velocity. Oh, that's what they mean. I don't know. So let's try uncoupling that. Now doing it. And just have a little copy every once in a while. My room has cooled down a little bit. So problem is this is a vector, so I don't understand how that makes a velocity like. All right. Why didn't it print it? Oh, there we go. So it looks like it has an up velocity and a down velocity. So it'd be, oh, I can't do it because I'm not going to be able to find anything. So all right, well, we're going to go and use the facilities real fast. And then see if we can figure this out here. But until then, It's catchy, I know. All right. So this is good. That definitely gets us something good. But not there. This needs to be all the way right here. So we're going to fire up a height trace. This is specifically for, I'm gonna put it right here. And I might even up our trace speed so it's a little bit more frequent. I think I had a quarter of a second. We'll drop it down to every 10th of a second. I've had it beaten into me. Don't use event tick. Like, okay, I get it. I won't use event tick. Understood. All right. So now when we're going up, it looks like well, that's cool. So we could just theoretically check that. If it's negative, we're going down. Positive, we're going up. The problem though is I'm assuming that also affects like going up and down stairs. No. All right. That's good. I like that. That's good. So I can see us actually moving this into its own component. We'll take that, take this. So this should be pretty easy. If how's it go? Dot product? Yeah. How do you know if it's I guess it'll just be well, we gotta split this. It's a Z, so it's a switch? No. Like a conditional thing. There's a way to do it. Oh, somebody help me. If it's greater than there's got to be a way to do it where it's not this hokey, right? There's a way to split on a value like a switch statement. But it's a conditional. An index? No. I've done it before where it equals something, and it's like if it's in this range, in range. There you go. Yeah. That's not what we want. That's too much. I just need like if it's positive, it's going up. If it's negative, it's going down. That's it. I just need an up or down. I need a switch. Switch. Switch on float. Now you got to switch on an int. So this is math. This is not fun. So there should be a way to do it where if it's -1 or if it's +1, right? Like look at the -1 and 0. Add another pin. There we go. Like there should be a way to say -1 is falling, +1. I want to say it's a dot product, but that just doesn't seem right. Can't do a dot product. Oh, Google, I need your help. Determine if a number is negative or positive. Oh, how about we do Unreal Engine? Hello. Unreal Engine blueprint. Which way to make a float positive without, nope, solve distance to position and negative values. Writing a distance, math expressions. Oh, yay. How to read game height and velocity of positive or negative. There we go. Sounds like somebody else is thinking the same thing I am. Can we go there, please? Ready, please? There we go. Oh, really? There we go. Okay, what do we got here? Please don't be hokey. Absolute. There we go. If the absolute value equals the value, moving up or moving down. Stationary. All right. Work with that. So the absolute value equal, it's moving up or moving down. We can get rid of that, I guess. So equals abs. I don't even know how absolute works. Returns an absolute positive for the value. Okay. So if it's absolute, what if it's 0 though? That's why he checks for 0 first. Ah. So equals 0. Okay. Seems kind of hokey. We got to check 3 things, but. So branch. Can you add another? Suppose I could do. It's not 0 and. Yeah, there we go. That's the way to get around it. I don't need stationary. So not equal. Do not equal instead. Not equal. Oh, that's so much better. All right, so it's not equal. That's going to be true. And so it's not equal and it's equal means going up. Right. Moving up. Moving on up. And then, oops. You need a branch. Then moving on up. And then the other one we've been moving down. This is definitely a macro that they should just have. You should be able to, like, there should be a way to determine which way the capsule's going. Like this seems like Unreal should have this baked in. This seems a little strange. Like a fire, but wouldn't lava already be a lake of fire? Like if you think about, like, the lake of fire is literally a lake made of fire. That just freaks me out every time I think about that. It is a lake made of fire. All right, so there's that, and there's this guy. All right. So that guy plus that guy. Okay. guys. I think we could even work in. No, there we go. Okay, this goes like that. This. Okay. I think I need an enum for moving up or down. Way I can break off of it. But if he's moving up or moving down, let's give it a shot, see how it works. Well, obviously, I did something wrong. Everything's always true. Let's try toggle on. Okay, the velocity is negative. So this should be false. That's false. This is true. Doesn't equal 0. That's true. That's false. This should be false. Oh, duh. Helps if you update your text, you goofball. All right, try that again. Boink. You. All right, it's moving down. Well, we're not moving down anymore. Definitely moving up. Definitely moving down. Now we should be doing nothing. Why is it not stopping it? So this should be all zeros, not equal to 0. I really wanted to do that with an and. An XOR that I need. So if this is true, well, I guess you can't have 3 states out of 1, can you? So yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this. Absolute. Anybody? It seems like this should be a switch statement. Seems like we should be able to switch on an int. But it's the other way around. It's not a switch. It's the other way. Like if it's this, it's this, it's that, it's that. There's a way to do that, and I forget it every time. Wish I didn't. But I guess at the end of the day, branch each your friend. All right, so if it's 0, going up. So go and equals 0. Stationary. All right, there we go. There are 3 states. That. Okay, we're stationary. We're moving up. We're moving down. Moving. Why is my up not happening? Oh, hello. All right. Moving down, stationary. Up, down, up. Okay, that makes that happy. So that is very helpful. Now we got a direction. I still this is going to move into a different thing. No, Because it needs to be an enum, is what it needs to be. I guess I'll worry about that later. Oh, it so needs to be an enum. Come on. There's going to have to be a day where all I do is just refactor code. Okay. Well, we'll leave it like this for now. But I'm going to... So in case I die and somebody comes and looks at this code and goes, who is the idiot who wrote this? Not that bad a guy. He just didn't get a chance before he died to refactor it. Needs to be refactored. All right. Let go, Peter. Let go. Okay. So if he is going up, is where we want to start. All right. Ah. I gotta fix that. That's the problem. So moving up or moving down. We can do either one. Not stationary. All right, now we're gonna figure out how to get it so he doesn't just hang on a wall. I think it's cool just for record, but that's why the thing was so tall. So you get a range it's within. Now that makes sense. So we're gonna go. Probably it's gonna be tall, right? I mean, really, if it's at the high end of the max, it's outside of its window. So yeah. So if it's at the end that it hits, so equals, what is that? If the height equals exactly the vector. Let's try that. See what that does. I'm assuming this will hit if it is in a wall. I'm not even getting to that point. Why isn't I getting there? What did I do? How did I break it? Not even getting there. It was working not like a second ago. Stationary. We got moving down. There we go. So false. That's good. Hey, Andy. There's a man. All right. So this. Okay, so it's the wrong one. I'm picking up the wrong one. I need to check the start location instead. I'm assuming that's going to be what. Because it's coming from the top down. There we go. Yes. Cool. So if that, matching that, we know we're in a wall. So that's not going to float. Andy. Lurking and reading. Roger that. All right. So now we can't jump up walls anymore. Even though we want to. But we can jump up on that, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Can't climb up on it though. So that we can climb up on. It's fun. And this, I don't know, it seems like that should be out of range. Oh, did I fix this yet? All right. So we gotta check to see what the collision is on that. This shouldn't be an issue anymore. That's low enough. Still don't know if that makes sense. Is that within range? I don't know. What say you, Andy? Does that seem too far to jump? Feels a little far. Just oh, fix that. Something's not getting reset. Um, just gotta figure out if this is too far to jump. That's cool. I'm liking that. Just got to work on the IK a little bit, but I mean it's basically there. I don't understand why there's a little bit of difference on the walls though. Done right, you should be able to, yeah. You like that? Look at that. If you're good, if you're good, working it. Yeah, boy. Oh, I lost it. I mean, we can get some IK in the hands and stuff. You liking that? Yeah, we got liking that all around. There's a little bit of a problem with something getting reset. It's not resetting the variable to be able to get up on there, but and I still think we got a problem with the donuts. But we need to check out what's going on with the donuts to see where their collision is. Is that the donut? That's a mesh actor. I don't know if this thing has a proper collision on it. Collision. Collision. Add sphere, add. I mean, is that saying it put the collision on it? Show simple collision. Show complex collision. Yeah. Definitely don't want complex collision. But that, yeah. Woo, come on. So that's probably a little bit of the problem. Then I'm able to grab that edge. Oh, it really needs to be without that side edge or that side edge. See if we can get a little bit solider. Now, can you go from wall to obstacle behind you? Technically, you should be able to. I don't know where we have a good example of that right here. That didn't quite work the way I was hoping. So, but gotta work on that. Come on, get big. Come on. Yeah, little guy it is. Why it's not hitting the collision at the right spot. There we go. All right, so now I should be able to jump. All right, now I should be able to jump. Yep, there we go. Little parkour, anybody? And that's, I have to say, I kind of like that mechanic. Dun, 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 dun. Now, see, that's a really good example where the trace line shot through the object above his head. So now it's starting to feel like Splinter Cell. It's all for you, Tim. This is all for you. So as long as Tim's happy, I'm happy. Now the question is, why can't I get the is jumping up thing working? By the way, if anybody's wondering why I'm spending all this time making our dude be able to parkour all the way around the place, because Tim demanded it. He said, Peter, you got to make that work. Necessity. Has to have good operations for the character. Tim was like, animation above map, above anything. That's what it's got to be, Peter. Get to work on it. All about the animations. I'm like, all right, Tim, you say jump, I say how high. Oh. Need to get off that channel. I'm getting way too many emails. I don't know why Jesus is being flagged. We got to allow Jesus. Allow Jesus. Allow. You know, you're right, Tim. You should probably be able to be a mod. There you go. Where's Andy as well? Andy should be a mod. You guys are now modded. Consider yourselves mods. Okay. So where am I at? I don't even know where I'm at. Character. There we go. What a mess this is. What a mess. What a mess. This is starting to look pretty spaghetti. Well, that's kind of funny. I didn't need to do all those checks. If I want to know if I'm going up or down, it's not 0. I'm going up or down. There's got to be a way to say positive or negative based on an input. Like an input switch. Is that right? Yeah, kind of like that where but it's not it. What of that? I will wield my Jedi saber wisely. That. Asians gone sugar crazy. Oh, dude, beignets. Oh, we had beignets right there in New Orleans, fresh with a hefty hangover. Those were good. All right. So, not the hangover, but the beignet. We were in New Orleans. It was a long time ago. Okay, so that's working. That's working. What is going wrong here? We're not able to jump off. Did you? Yes, that's exactly where we went. We actually went to Cafe de Monde or whatever it is. Cafe. I still remember the place. It's like it almost looks a little bit like a mausoleum kind of thing. It's right next to the wall, white building, windows. I sat there and ate. I mean, fresh beignets right out. Oh, and the coffee that was so black, so dark, literally would take the hair off the top of your toes. Yes. Yeah. With a cup of coffee. Yep. Yep. I'll post a picture of the cafe you drank. Yep. I know exactly. And we actually got the beignet mix and the coffee delivered to make it up one time. Okay, let's see here. I completely lost track of what I was doing. So there is a condition that's set to be able to get up. And it's down in here. Oop. Come on. All right, it's this thing right here. It says do once right here. This thing's getting messed up. So it's the climb up is getting initiated and then stopped on complete. Start closed. I want to start open. You've got a coffee at your desk? Nice. Yeah, I don't drink stuff that black anymore. Good night. So this should play, and for some reason it's not resetting. On complete. But it's a do once. And then it should reset. Why is it not resetting? On complete. Reset. Completed once. And why it's not. That movement. What now? My aunt sends me boxes of. Oh, my family is so gluten intolerant. All right. So what's going on here? What's going wrong? I don't want him to be able to kick off the montage more than once. That's the drop down. Drop down is fine. It's doing it is climbing check. Not is climbing. No, that's setting it not as climbing when it happens. That's setting it not as climbing. Is that it right there? Is it the not as climbing thing that's messing us up? Bet you that's it right there. That should not fire until we're completed. Is that the issue? Because that's firing as soon as we start it. Oh, I think that's where our problem lies. All right. So all right, so this is the condition is climbing. So it's a climb up or a drop down. Has to be based on the is climbing condition. Somehow that's getting shut off, yet we're still on the wall. When does that get set? Drop down. Right there. So hang time. Oh, it's a drop down. Because the drop, I'm jumping off, but then I'm grabbing back on. So why is it not resetting it? Bet you it's this guy right here. I bet you that's the culprit. So as I go to jump off, is it? I bet you that's firing whenever I jump. I got it tied to the J key. But it wouldn't matter. I'm is climbing. See if we can figure this out. See if we fix the donut. Oh, almost. Come on. Yeah, that's a problem. That's all bad right there, boys and girls. All bad. Even do I don't understand how it's doing that. We're gonna have to fix that. I don't understand why I won't actually climb up on it, which is bummer. That one does okay. Oh. That's a problem right there. Don't understand. Trying to implant himself into the donut. Problem. It's can yell. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with the jumping. So jump, can't do it. Got it. I'm talking to my wife on the phone, and I can't stop laughing. That worked. Why did that work? See, now I'm in a problem where I can't get up. I bet you if I check this, climb up. Step into. Step into. Yeah. Oh? Yeah. Second the do runs. Need to take a break. My eyes are raining. No worries. So, how's it getting into the do once loop? How's it getting into the do once loop and not getting out of it? So I start the do once loop. So it starts the loop, goes into it, it starts playing the montage, and then I jump. And we can try bypassing the do once, I guess. Because it should reset it once it's completed. I don't know what the on blend out is. Called when the montage starts blending out and is not interrupted. See, that's the problem, is it was interrupted. So the montage was interrupted. On interrupted. Okay, let's see if that works. There we go. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, boy. I don't understand why these don't work the same. That's definitely low. All right, but this does, and I don't understand the difference. Ooh, that's really messed up. Yeah. See, like sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not. And I'm not quite sure why. Gotta put those things on so they just stay on. forward trace. No. We're just going to call this the climb trace. Trace. Climbing. Climbing. It's really not even a trace anymore. It's just climbing. We'll just say climb. It's doing the climb move, right? No, it's doing the hang. Not technically. Climb check. Climb trace. We'll call it climb trace. Makes sense to me. Be so happy when I get my glasses. I hear you, dude. I knew exactly what you're talking about. So that means this is the only thing I don't like about using the other event type. If you rename it, it doesn't rename it here, but you gotta remember. I like it because you don't have to have another little follower thing. That's a forward trace. Not going to worry about that. But we got our climb trace. But we got to figure out why it's not quite lining up right. So it's firing every 10th of a second. This is our branch. This is our forward trace. Kind of put this in its own little mess. Forward trace. Oops. Come on now. No, no, no. Oh, now. Okay, so why is the forward trace malfunctioning? Wiring mines, vent to new. Off. There, put it back on. So all normal. I hate positive or negative checks, so we're gonna do. All right. So that all looks good. We still have some issue with the alignment, though. And I think that's not here. I don't even know if this is needed anymore. Because it's kind of like if it hits the trace at all, it's good. But I guess I won't worry about that right now. I don't think this check is actually needed. Still need to use climbing. But I don't know if this whole pelvis socket check and everything is relevant. It's really your trace is your relevancy. We might be able to refactor this out later on. This might be able to be removed as our trace is the range. We'll worry about that later on. Don't fix it. Don't fix it if it ain't broken right now. This is a little bit of a mess. About that later, I guess. Again, working, but very, very ugly. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pin that, bring that down low. That way we at least know what it is and where it. I wish they had a cleaner way to just like you could just instantly make things properties without having to do this thing because you get if you want to make a bunch of these properties, then you got to have a whole bunch of these just one after another and just all right here. Ugly, but not too bad. We'll come back to that later. Probably set that as a value. This can get refactored. Right now. Now the issue is why is the trace not working? So this one, I gotta turn those traces on. Or and bug, hate that bug. Makes me have to shut down and reboot every time, and it just stops working. Just doesn't want to show me what it's doing anymore, which is less than helpful. Just saying. All right. I like that Lily liked her cupcake. That was awesome. Um, bum, bum. Okay. I'm gonna add that spline to other stuff. You. Yeah, I did a really good job on that. Copy that out. I got sidetracked. I'm worrying about the rain. I know. That's really cool. Zero that out. Oh, there's so many of them to do. Get to those a little bit. Gonna finish what I'm working on. Come on, Peter. Goodness. Hopefully, we do not have any. Okay. Nope. All right. So let's figure out what's going on with our dude. So back to what we're doing. I want to turn the traces on so I can see him for a little longer. Draw time 1 second. Let's try change that to 10 seconds. And seconds. All right. So why is the why is that below the edge? It looks like it's dead on, man. So that's going to be in the actual event graph right here. So that's the getting up, but it's not the getting up. It's not the climb up. It's the hold on part. So that's in the that's in the climbing trace. It happens right here. Well, it doesn't. Stop character movement is flying while normal. Where's it moving the dude? Forward vector. Hang? Oh, it's in hang. That's like, what am I missing here? Goodness. Yeah, here's the hang. So I think it's this piece right here, the 13. Let's change that to -10. Better. This should be able to get up. So, gotta work on the donut. And that's pretty good. Why is that different than this? Oh, it's perfect. It did that. It shouldn't have done that. So, I wonder if I just need to drop it down. That's the forward trace. I'm just going to delete forward trace. More code. Don't need to think about it. So climb trace, forward trace, hit location. Z is 20. So hit location 20. Let's try that to do it. 50 does. I'm not sure, but let's see what it does. That makes yes. Digging this. This is cool. I like that. Yeah, it looked like it was just a little high. It's a bit. I mean, it's a bit hokey to think that you're like jumping back up on the wall. But it leads to some interesting tactics. I mean, you know they're gonna have fun with it. Too far. Too far. All right, so I think that's looking good, and obviously some fun with that. I think this is working pretty good, guys. Oh, the donut. We got to figure out the donuts. Why are the donuts such an issue? Because it's not a good. Ooh, that's kind of cool. This is gonna make this a lot more fun, I have to admit. Uh oh. Ah! Uh, that's a problem. Why is it gonna be the donuts? Oh, what happened with the donuts? I bet you it's not happening on the spline donuts. Bet you it doesn't. Let's see. What if I turn them into axe tors and put a better collision on them? I wonder. I wonder if we swapped them. A little bigger. Go 1.5. There we go. Maybe even two. Two. Twofer. Seem to be okay. Now, I think it's the... Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it fixed itself. I don't understand how it's doing that. That shouldn't be... That should not be okay. Just when I thought I was okay. Just when I thought I was okay. No. It's not good. It's, uh... So we kind of need another trace above the head. So because you shouldn't be able to do that, obviously. So this is our first trace. So we need that's our forward trace. No, we need to go here, right here. So let's here. We gotta make sure that his head is clear. So we basically need the exact same trace right above his head. We need this trace done first without 75. So it's moving it forward 75, which I still am struggling with the 75 because in adding that, that's where my brain just goes, boop. I don't understand how adding the forward vector by 75. I do that over here too. That's by 100. I don't understand how that moves it in one direction because that's a forward vector. Gets the x. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to toggle on that because I need to understand this better. I don't understand what the forward vector is. See if we can get that out. All right, there we go. Forward vector. So the forward vector is no up or down. It's only forward. So I guess that makes more sense now. Okay, so all right. That helps. Because I was thinking it was the Z too. So I thought it was adding the looks like a Frox one. Yeah, it was pretty bad. We need to check above his head before he jumps. What needs to happen? We need to make sure that his area above him is a-okay. So what we're gonna do is before we check, that needs to be a if there's a hit, then we're not moving. So I just basically need to dupe this whole thing, but I'll just copy it. And I'm not going to check in front. I'm going to check right above his head. And we're going to make this more of a check. So we'll do this at, I think it's 44, the radius. We'll drop this down here. This is starting to get ugly. Here. That definitely needs to get refactored. Same. This is checking anything above his head. So do I only want to check above his head after I figure out if he can jump or not? Or if he's got something above his head, don't even bother. Kind of like if he's got something above his head, don't even bother seeing if you can jump. I think that makes sense. So, not branch. I don't care what it is. If he's clear, then he can move. So and pretty good. All right. So you can kind of see he's in a sphere there, making sure his head's clear. Obviously, I don't think we need to go up that high. Yeah, we're going up too high. So does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter. So now let's stop him from doing that. That works. Yeah. That fix this too. Definitely stops me from doing that. I think it's working pretty good, guys. I'm happy with that. There's something funky about the collision on those donuts. Let's see what this spline donut looks like. Well, it's funny. It doesn't really have its own. It doesn't have a different collision on it than what's already on it. I thought it did. I mean, it would be best if we could just fix the other donuts because they're already done. Oh, Too fast. So that's a collision. I mean, not. I don't want that.
Ah,
Add capsule simplified, box simplified. Convert boxes to convex. Auto convex. Okay, opens the auto convex collision tool to generate new convex collisions. I think I want to do that. We're going to pull off the complex. Okay, we got no collision on there. Try the 26 generates a new axis. Let's try that one. I mean, that doesn't terrible. Try. See, it's that's what's throwing us off right there. That's the problem. And that's the easiest thing to do, but that ain't great. I mean, let's give that a try. What's the worst that happens? It explodes, right? See, it's getting to that edge. And now it's not gonna be able to climb up on it at all. That time ago. I don't understand what the difference is. Hmm. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, it obviously is the collision issue. What happens if we do that? I don't know what that's gonna do, but we'll see. Now it's got no collision. That's bloop. Remember, it says collision on there, but no. Let's try capsule. No. Fear. No. I can't squish the fear. Spear. Box. I know box with collision should work. They'll just be ugly. Okay. I mean, it's a box. Oh, it's so hard when you deal with round stuff. It's not a collision editing tool. Convert boxes to convex. Right, let's try it. Box, full box collision. Shut off the complex. And that didn't do nothing. Didn't do anything. Nope, that's not what we want either. Oh. Oh. I think I did something. Uh, too fast. What have you done? Uh, are you remeshing for? I'm trying to, dude. I got no idea what I'm doing. That doesn't work at all. Well, that seems to work better. That doesn't look right. Seems like it's working right. You say it's not right, but it's working right. Hey, there's a man myth. I'm happy with that. That's working right now. I got no idea what I did. Whoops. Get a little chocolate on your arm, you know? Just a little chocolate. Get up on there. Why were you working a minute ago and now you're not working? Come on, you were working just a second ago. What has happened? Maybe the climb stake got bugged? No? No, I just confirmed that, wasn't it? I'm loving how the wall climbing is going. We can get some platformer levels to eventually something levels or something. Well, I got stuff. What do you want? I got I got things floating in the air. There we go. You got your hand in the chocolate. That's all. I'll take it. Nice. Now that should negate us from doing the splinter cell move. Yeah. Oh no, it still does it. How did it do that? It shouldn't have been able to do that. How did it do that? I'm hitting my head. Hello. Why did you allow it? You know, it's stuff like that that makes you go. It should have never got to that point. Hitting his head. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. No nighttime, please. I don't understand. I like this move right here. This is cool. Complete cheese. Complete cheese. I should be able to. Oh, I missed it. I don't understand how this even worked. Like that should be hitting his head. If I hit my head, I shouldn't be able to do that. I don't understand why is it unless why is the edge what? Are these things broken? Is there no mesh on the bottom of these things? Yeah, see, that's a problem. See that should not allow me to do that. That'll help it tag a lot. Tell me about it. I just don't understand why that object is not causing a collision. I didn't check to see what this even is. This is a static mesh actor. Um, and they've got collision. They not. I mean, that's collision, right? Right there. It's collision on the bottom of it. That looks like it's got collision all the way around. I do not understand. I don't get it. I mean, it's got collisions on it. So I don't understand how it's not. Well, I mean, I like the effect. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I could shoot another trace up at the point he tries to climb, but it doesn't look like it's hitting anything. Like right here, see how it goes green? And it goes green right here on the edge. But once I get in the middle, no more green. Like it's like there's no collision on the bottom of this thing. And yet we know there is because it's blocking him climbing out. Like he can't climb up over it, so it's behaving as if there is collision and yet not. Which is cheese. So that's a big floor. That is not what I intended. I just need to put something on there that'll give it some light into. I mean, I don't like buttering stuff up like this. Lame. Oh, I know what I could have put. I could have put a box collider on there. But I'm assuming this will have the same effect. Oh, I suppose I could actually hide this inside of that. Kind of interesting. Solves it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. No more of that cheese going on. Cheese and sprinkles. I like this though. Yeah, baby. It's too sweet. Oh, come on. Keep me up there. But what I don't understand, oh, it's so cool. I have to admit, that's fun. Be able to. Can't quite get up on the side. Nope, not happening. Denied. There we go. Almost was seeming cool for a minute. Yeah, it was a cheese thing, but you know, what are you gonna do? I gotta put some dampening on these boxes. Not enough. Okay. So yeah. There's a couple spots like here that you shouldn't be able to do that. But it kind of breaks down when you try to get up there. So. This is cool. This is, I mean, it's cheese, but come on, guys, it's a video game. What do you want? I don't like. I gotta get some IK on the hands. That's gonna be a must. But I mean, I'm happy with how that's performing. Oh, I should have been able to grab that. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Now we're just going to shut off all the trace things going on. All right. So I think that turned out pretty good. I am happy with that. I just got to fix the guy's head. All right. Trace, none. Back through. Trace, none. Through. Trace. All right. Boom. Pop my door shut. Starts heating up in here. All right. I think that worked out pretty good. Let's give it a final playthrough, see how she's performing. See if we can jump up on the donut now. I mean, I'm happy with that. Oops, I lost it there at the end. Not bad. I mean, we can definitely polish it. I think some IK would be in order. Interesting. How can we get it from here? Nope, too hard. So there's definitely a range. I think we could mess with the ease in and ease out a little bit. Moment of truth. Let's see here. I think it is in the climb up piece. Or is it in the hang? Duration is 2 seconds. Maybe that's too long. Maybe 0.15. And should I lose the ease in? If true, we ease in, start slowly during interpolation. We should start fast. We'll ease out, but let's try see how that feels. That feels better. Kind of want his hands to get up there. I don't understand why it targets this perfectly. See, that's even like too high now. But the walls, it doesn't. I don't quite understand the ins and outs of that. I mean, there's a bit of cheese there, you know, it's a little bit of cheese, but surprised it can't catch those. I gotta get rid of him. You need to go bye-bye. All right. So I think it looked pretty good. This is it's Thursday, so we'll be tomorrow at 6 o'clock trying out the new version, and we got cupcakes talking to me, and that looked like a rotten donut. Yeah, it was definitely a rotten donut. Had to go. We got cupcakes now though. Wonder if I can make a cupcake. I can do the cupcake spline, but we want to make it so that you can bounce off the cupcake. That'll be the fun one. Somehow we got to change this guy so we can do cupcake. I tried it like initially and it wouldn't take the adapted mesh. I don't know why. See, that looks like these don't allow you to change it either. So you got a spring. Tech jump back. Can I change that one? That's a mesh right there, and it got no opportunity to change it. Vision box. That's the vision box. That's the big thing going up in the air. Vision plane. Plane is going to render. Yeah. I was hoping I'd be able to override the default mesh, but that's the only mesh that I see on there. That's the pad, and it won't allow me to swap it out for a different one. So we'll have to build our own. It'll be for next week. All right. So thanks for joining me, guys. That was fun. That was a new wall climber. We've got it, I think, working pretty good. That's and it's, I mean, it makes it pretty fun. That movement seems like I need to mess with it just a little bit. That's pretty neat. I'm liking it. Can I run and jump? Can we make it? No. No. Can do this, then do that. Yeah. I like this move right here. It's a bit of a cheese, but I like it. Wall climbing looks pretty good. I'm excited to see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how the kids like it. Oh, I got to remove the stationary text. I think that should actually pull itself out, but climb trace here. There we go. So yeah, we got to put this there, that there, take that. Oh, we'll just leave those. We'll leave them. Disconnect that one. There we go. I got to fix the guy's head, but now we're not getting all those traces everywhere. So, all right. So yes, this is so awesome. Well, it better be, Tim. I hope you're happy with it, because it's all for you, man. It's all for you. Tim says jump. I say how high. So pretty cool. You can like definitely gives you some added feature set there. Let's see here. I created something and was not finished yet, and the direction I was going with it completely changed the moment I showed my wife. Don't I know that, brother? Oh, you know what's messed up? The mini. The mini me. I gotta fix the mini me. I don't know what to do about that. That's gonna be a whole bit of work into itself, man. I'm gonna fix the mini me. Maybe we just disable it. We disable wall climbing during mini me. That's gonna be. Let's see here. Drop the picture in Discord. Okay. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do for mini me. Mini me. Yeah, that was a problem. Looks like it basically just disabled it. Rachel, is everything okay? Is mom over there? Mom there? Where's she? All right, would you go help her or ask her to help, please? Sounds like kiddo get hurt. Mini me walk around climbing sounds funny. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the mini me part. It scales down the character, but doesn't scale down any of those settings. So all that logic, I would need to do a test to see if it was in mini me mode. So I think I'll just deal with it not working right now. Figure it out later. All right. So let's see here. We've got a little Eel Garrett going on. And we got Aurora Games. Looks like we'll give Eagle a raid. All right. All right. Hope you'll join me for a raid for Eagle. 3 people come along for the ride. 4 people. 6 people. Wow. Look at all the people in here. Would never thunk it. All right. Andrew says, why are we on YouTube? Okay, there we go. We're gonna read Eagle rating. Oh, rating Eagle. Which I don't even know if YouTube has a rate ability, but let's see. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It'll be available tomorrow at between 6 and 9, I think it is. Yeah, 6 and 9. That's when we're going. Haven't seen the Air Eagle. I'll join on this. Roger that. All right, guys. You guys all have a very blessed day.